Hello, and welcome to the Sabres Blood Bowl. This is the second round of games, and the first match I'm recording. It is the Fighting Fiths, the scary Norse team, versus the Undermountain Giants, the very beardy Dwarven team. The Dwarven team belongs to TimH, whereas the Fighting Fiths belong to Samo34. And we're currently just deciding who gets to kick off. Unfortunately, I don't get to see that. Let's go to manual camera. Oh, we're in setup. Right. For those of you who've never heard of Blood Bowl before, it is a competition wherein each team gets the ball to the opposing side's, the end of the opposing side's half, in any way they possibly can, which includes just beating the living crap out of everybody involved. Today we have a rather interesting matchup since both of the teams are very blocky teams. So expect to see a lot of punching in this one, but unfortunately not quite so much injury. You'll notice the Norse team have a very big, oh, it's just moved over here, big guy, Jürger de Boli, who is a giant ass, didn't think about friends popping up, giant ass yeti, who will try and eat you. And will probably succeed. He is the game changer, I'd say, here, since he is by far the strongest player on the pitch. As you can tell, they're just setting up now before the kickoff, and then we shall get into it, and hopefully there shall be some murder, really. Couldn't hope for any more. The dwarves will be punching, the Norsemen will be punching. I don't think there's going to be a lot of ball play in this one. Although I have to say, the Norsemen have the agility to do so if they require, whereas the dwarves have no agility whatsoever. So they have an agility of... This is a bad example. That one has 3, because that's their one runner, Gloim. All the dwarves, as you might notice, are named after a specific set of work. See if you can guess who. Or what. But yes, most of the dwarves have an agility of 2, and therefore will not likely be touching the ball. Unless it involves hitting the person with the ball. So... 2 very fighty teams, but if anyone's going to pick up the ball, it's going to be the Norse, and we got the kickoff. Oh. This is a match event. Didn't get to see what happened there, which is a bit annoying. But the ball has landed, and it's the Norse team's turn. Oh yes, there it is. The referee got distracted, and the turn count has been moved forward. So they are technically in second turn now. They've lost a turn for this match. Each team gets 16 turns. Each character can do one thing in a turn. Obviously, because a few of you might not know Blood Bowl, I have to explain the rules here. And should anything go wrong in your turn, then it immediately goes to the next player's turn instead, and you lose a turn. So there's a risk. It's a risk to do anything, really, in this game. Oh, we got a blitz. It's a attack on that one lone dwarf. And... just knocked him back. Nothing significant. Oh, but Frenzy activates, which means he has to attack again. Which could go badly. No! Oh, wow. I was not expecting that so quickly. The attack beat the opponent's armour and knocked him down for 2 turns. That's a good opening at the side for the Norsemen then. And that dwarf might not get up in time. We shall see. Next up, it looks like the Yeti is taking a swing, but really failing to achieve anything. But like the man, he has to attack again because of Frenzy. And just pushes him again. The Yeti has just decided he wants to be surrounded by dwarves, because that's the sensible thing. Not what the Norsemen would have hoped for there. But those dwarves probably won't be able to dodge away from the Yeti either, because they've got no agility, so they're probably as stuck as the Yeti is. Right, so what's he going to do next? I think he might try and pick up the ball in a moment. No. Yes, and he does so. His character, I have no idea how to pronounce that, but he picked it up. It was a 3+ roll to succeed that and did pretty well. He's going to pass it. Oh no! It was a good throw, but unfortunately the target did not catch it. Fortunately the ball landed between the two players, so that the Dwarves will have a hard time picking it up, even with their assigned pick-upper, Mr. Gloin over here. So, as you see, they failed a move. Oh, that Yeti is really getting surrounded. And, oh, he's gone down. The Dwarf was able to block it. It was a both down result, which means both players would go down, but the Dwarf had the block skill. So, that didn't happen, and the Yeti is knocked out for one turn. This is one of the things you might notice a lot. The both down result is negated by block, and almost all players on all the teams in this match have the block skill. So there's not so much chance of everyone going down. Alright, taking down another 2-on-1 attack here, but it's a knockout. Their Berserker is down. Knocked out. He will not be able to come on until the next time the ball is kicked. Crowd's getting a bit noisy here. But still, this is not looking good, unfortunately, for the Fighting Fiths. It seemed to go okay at the start, but it's gone wrong. Here comes a blitz, trying to get rid of that guy. Let's see what the result is. Another knockout! Oh, I didn't notice that. The Fighting Fiths have used up their one reroll, so have no rerolls left. Gloin picked up the ball and got out of there. Lucky bastard. 4 rerolls left for the Undermountain Giants. And this is terrible. The Fiths have been put into a really bad position. That Yeti is not going anywhere surrounded by that many dwarfs. Most of his team is on the wrong side of the field. And they're using the unconscious dwarf, well, not unconscious, knockdown dwarf over there as a shield to prevent the ball carrier getting completely surrounded, I suppose. So, the only good news is the dwarves are currently not going in the right direction to attack. So what will the Fighting Fiths do here? I think they might be able to take out the ball carrier, but it depends on what they'll achieve from it. If they take out the ball carrier, the dwarves cannot pick up the ball. This is an important factor. It looks like he's going to try and get it and pass to that dear runner over there, but we shall see. He could just be trying to move him round to attack from behind as well, but... No! The Yeti attempt to do something, but the wild animal result means that instead it does nothing. So that's unfortunate. That Yeti is not getting up this turn. Alright, what's he going to do? He's probably going to try and blitz this dwarf here to knock him out. They'll get a 2 dice attack, which is very good. If they can take him out, that's good, because he won't be able to pick up the ball, as mentioned. So what was the result? We eagerly await this. Oh, okay, it was a block, that's fine, but the ball is now behind the Norse line, so the dwarves can't get to it, even if their catcher could get up. So that's saved, but for how long? With that Yeti down, I'm not sure all those dwarves will remain there, so he could very easily get swamped. So what are the Fighting Fiths going to do left? They've got a lot of players able to move still. Yeah, they're going to reinforce the ball line. Make sure the dwarves can't break it, I suppose. Now I'm curious to see if any of them are considering fouls at this stage. Oh, hello. We've got a log. I shall keep that in mind for later. It's, ooh, perfect Blood Bowl weather, just scattering from kicking. Right. Well, I'm not sure how this will go at this stage, because the Fighting Fiths are down 2 men at this stage. It's 9 versus 11 dwarves. The Yeti is obviously worth quite a few dwarves, but as long as it stays down like that, that's not going to be a problem, is it? Oh, and I did not notice the Fighting Fiths pick up the ball. It does look like he's going to try and throw it past to the runners, which is one of the dwarves' weaknesses, as dwarves do not move quickly. They're going to... Oh, no, we can't match with that one, but there's quite a few dwarves who can. Just an attack over there. Defender down, that's unfortunate. But not any serious damage done. Now, as long as this thrower isn't marked, he'll have a bonus to his pass. And I'm going to be honest, these dwarves are never in a million years going to catch the interception. Oh, that's a 2-turn knockdown, which means the thrower is now marked, which means he suffers a penalty and then he attempts to throw. The good news is he's not as easy to take down. Oh, is he going to blitz him? He won't get a 2-dice roll. It'll be a 1v1 and they've both got block, which could be risky, but it could stop him passing. He's going to try and stop the thrower moving around, maybe? Looks like that Yeti is no longer a concern. What's the Yeti's agility? Oh my, that is a terrible agility. That Yeti will not be able to dodge past anyone, catch the ball, or do anything other than hit. Fortunately, this is all you really want a Yeti to do, so that shouldn't be an issue. So, I think the dwarfs are trying to lock him in, make sure he can't break out of that tackle. Oh, another 2-turn down. That's not good. It makes it unlikely that he's going to be able to pass without a penalty. So, this is risky. I mean, does he attempt the pass with the -1 penalty, or... they're all marked now. That makes any sort of catches less likely as well. And none of these people have the catch skills, so I doubt they are going to be able to pass this turn at any rate. Right, what's he going to do with the ball carrier? He's in a risky position where he is, and he might need to... But to dodge out would be a difficult task. It would be a 3+ to dodge out of this guy's attacks. But if he doesn't try and dodge out, this guy here will, or these guys here will just swamp him. Oh, we got an attack. Where is it? Oh, it's... Oh! First dwarf stunned. Oh, and we've got someone no longer marked. This could be very good for the Norse players if the pass connects. Just increases their chances, and to be honest, they need to get that ball out of there. Otherwise, these dwarfs are just going to... There is nothing to defend against it if the dwarfs get it. But the question is, does he try and dodge then pass, or does he pass with the penalty? Oh my god! That is an interception! That's terrible news, because the ball is now in the hands of the Dwarven runner. And the Fighting Fiths have not enough defenders to hold back a Dwarven assault. This is terrible news. We've got a stunned. If they take down this player here, which is likely with a 2-dice attack, or at least knock him away, the dwarfs can make a run for it now. Oh, he had no choice but to try and make that pass, but it has not paid off for him. I can't see him stopping the dwarves from scoring at this point. Oh, we got a re-roll. But it's a double block, so nothing happens on that attack up there. But I think that's inconsequential. This guy, he's not going to make it this turn, but I can't see the Norseman getting there to stop him in time. There are too many dwarfs here. I think that's just going to be a touchdown for the Undermountain Giants. A fantastic set of plays by Tim there. And some unfortunate rolls for the Fighting Fiths. I was quite happy with how they were playing. I can't really fault the Fiths on their choices. It just seems to have gone wrong. But that's how Blood Bowl goes. One mistake, you lose a turn, it can change. Oh! He probably had to try that, but trying to run past that many dwarves into other tackle zones, the odds of him making it were tiny. There's no point in going for it here. He doesn't need to risk dice rolls to go further. There is nothing the Norseman can do to stop this. Oh, and another knockout! This is terrible. If these guys don't get up at the start of the kickoff, then the Norse team is going to be down dramatically. Oh, this is just so unfortunate. That Yeti has not been the game changer it needed to be. It has not kept the dwarves down. And all the Norsemen, except that one guy. Hello, Boric, the Vanquisher. You are the only Norseman standing up on your team. I commend your bravery, but I don't think you're gonna pull this off, mate. Well, the dwarves have won this half, but can the Norsemen take it back in the second half? We shall see. But what is he going to try? He won't be able to get any of these guys up to that dwarf there. But he could try blitzing with the Yeti. Unsurprisingly, Yeti. But he's not. He's going to move it. That's interesting. That's not going to give you... Oh, it is, actually. So he's going to try and get some payback here. But it doesn't happen. Just a pushback. Oh, yes, it's Frenzy, so he gets another go. I keep forgetting that. Just a one-turn knockdown. Nothing major. Look at the dwarves here. All these unconscious Norsemen surrounded by dwarves. That is kind of what you'd expect. Now, of course, there's really no point to this. He's going to score. It's going to end the turn. There's no point risking failing. Oh, he's going to risk it. Try and take out the Yeti. But I would not see that really, because that could have got... yes, 3 rerolls, I suppose, so he's technically fine. But usually that would be considered a risk, because if he failed, he wouldn't be able to score. He's just taunting him now! He's probably trying to delay it so the score ends the half, in order to cause either the maximum amount of damage before he gets more men on the field, or to, well, just wreck their chances, I suppose. I can't see the Norse team scoring in this match. Oh, no, sorry, this half, to even the score. So I can't imagine that's the risk. But I suppose he is playing it, the Dwarven team is playing it safe in his own way. Tim is certainly dominating his opponent, and he is not afraid to keep doing so. It does look like he's going to score in his 8th turn. He's trying to get some star player points here. Those 2 star player points, Gloynerd, for that interception will be very valuable though. Because given that it's his only ball handler, to level him up would be valuable indeed. Yeah, this is just harsh. He's going to make sure the score ends the half. This just looks like dwarves picking on humans, to be honest. Well, it is. These ever so strong Norsemen and their fighting ability, they try to use their speed advantage and their agility advantage over the dwarves. It has not paid off. These dwarves have just crushed them. I don't think that troll has stayed up for any length of time. Troll? What am I thinking? It's a Yeti. Trolls are for humans, not the Norsemen. And this is going to be it. He's probably just... Is he going to score or is he going to beat people up? There is one... No, he's going to beat him up with that kind of advantage. Nothing happens unless he intends to foul. Oh, no, he can blitz. He does not want a single Norseman up on the field. But no, there's the touchdown. I don't know what they're drinking from the pigskin. I'll have to look up the lore of that later. But there is the 1-0 touchdown and it's half time. Right, no dwarves been touched in this battle. It is a battle. This is not Blood Bowl. This is just an all-round brawl. But let's see. Do one Norseman gets up? So they're down 2 players, but they have 1 in reserve, so they're up to 10. But the good news is the Yeti is up. The bad news is it's the dwarf's turn to receive the ball. This means the dwarves get their first turn. This means the dwarves get to, well, brutalise. If they can take that Yeti down before it can attack, that is in their favour dramatically. But there is, of course, the fact dwarves are bad runners. We shall see. The dwarves are just doing their setup before they kick. This is the dwarves kick off, right? I don't know. We shall find out soon enough anyway. No, it might be. Notice, the dwarves have left the Yeti. That Yeti has got a wide berth. This is, of course, because a Yeti requires 4 dwarves to take him down reliably. 4 dwarves is a lot of dwarves dedicated to 1 Norse player. Yep, it's the Norse kick, and the dwarves receive. But I don't think that kick is going very far. It's cheering fans, so some people get a re-roll. Oh, wow. The ball is in front of the troll. Sorry, I keep saying troll. The Yeti. That, I'm not sure if that was intended. It seemed to bounce from catchers. But, yes, oh no. The Undermountain Giants now have 5 re-rolls this half. They're not going to run out of re-rolls. Defender stumbles, 1 Norseman down on that attack. But the ball in front of the Yeti is a hilarious result. I wish these guys had more pronounceable names, then I might be paying more attention to individual players. Oh, an attack against that guy. Just another one turned down. The dwarves don't seem to have their vitality anymore. They're just not inflicting the horrible casualties they did before. Knockback. Yeah, the dwarves are just not hitting as hard as they were earlier. You know, I have to admire the Norsemen. They live in the freezing cold, and they wear nothing. It's not like the Amazons who live in the jungle and wear nothing. These guys... Good lord. I mean, even the dwarves are heavy. The dwarves are wearing armour, for God's sake. Which is why they have an armour value 9. That's very hard to break. Except Gloin. Gloin being the ever exception of the dwarf team. He's even got the shortest beard. I mean, look at it. It's pathetic. Oh, here we go. We got a blitz. Oh, this guy on his own. Nope, just another 1 knockdown. It does seem like the dwarves are trying to make sure that the Norsemen can't interfere, because they have to probably take out that Yeti. And they know it. That Yeti is not going to let the ball go easily. Alright, all the Norsemen can get up this turn. Whether they can do anything other than tie up these guys. But there's a lot of Norsemen who aren't threatened by dwarves, so they can move pretty freely, which could be risky for the dwarves, but they have a fairly strong clump here. And trying to out-punch a clump of dwarves is usually a silly matter, although all these guys do have block and better agility, which could be very useful. You can't obviously try and pick up the ball with the Yeti, because with agility 1, and with all these guys here, he'd need a critical success, or a 6, rather, to pick up the ball. Which is a shame, because if the Yeti gets the ball, the dwarves will have to work quite hard to take him out, as long as the Norseman can protect him properly. The Norseman trying to take out the lone dwarf on the side. Both down or attacker down. That's not good, because if he chooses both down, nothing happens. He obviously won't choose attacker down, because then he'll lose his turn. But it's whether he re-rolls, I think, is the decision. So what's he going to choose? It appears to be a hard decision. Philly is possibly a useful target to take out, because it will get Norseman closer to the ball. So, what's the call going to be? Sam could really use this, having lost 1-0 to the Hungry Fish last game in the first round. It was the lowest scoring match, which implies he might be able to pull it off again. He has to score here if he wants to. Likewise, if obviously Tim doesn't win this, they went both down. Clearly not a risk. He wants to blitz this guy out instead. Block results: attacker down or push. That's not good either. Oh, but frenzy. I forget about that so often, or rather which players he has. The Norsemen all look the same. His berserkers and that have frenzy. Oh, that's harsh. He has to re-roll it. It's pushed. He is not rolling well on these doubles. This is really unfortunate. And that was his only re-roll. The re-roll advantage is ridiculous for the Undermountain Giants. They can take risks quite easily with re-rolls. And not even risks, they can make even the slim chances of success, or failure rather for them, success for the Fighting Fiths, go away, which is really unfortunate. Yeah. The Undermountain Giants won their last game against the currently suffering Amazon teams, who have both taken injuries and lost their games respectively. But if he wins this match, he remains on top. Ooh, a risk, but what he has done there is moved the ball away from the dwarves. Interesting. Whether or not that was the intention, I can't say. Oh, there's a double down. But, yeah, he's got 4 dwarves around the Yeti. Defender down, and defender stumbles. Really no choice. That Yeti is going down. Line can't get to the ball, however, so he still can't pick it up. Both pushed on an attack. Defender down on the reroll, though. Oh, and another double down. This is bad. The dwarves are getting a cage around the ball. And if they get a cage around the ball, yep, there's their pick-up here. And he just picks it up. Critical success. This is bad. The dwarves have the ball. The Norsemen might be hard-pressed to stop this. They've got more people in the field and in position to deal with this, but... Oh! Oh no! That was unfortunate. A dwarf tried to dodge, though, into this guy's tackle zone. Not just dodge out in general, but into his tackle zone, which means he had only a natural 6 would have saved him there. I mean, he had a reroll, but oh yeah, he used that on the attack. But that was just not going to happen. I'm not sure why he did that. Was it a mismove? No, because he would have had to go into this guy's tackle zones as well. That is unfortunate. I don't like the odds of this guy. He is rather surrounded by dwarves. 1, 2, 3. They will get a 3 dice attack against this guy if they attack it. Because they've got no Norsemen marking these dwarves. Oh, no. Only if they attack with that guy. Oh, we got a blitz. Nope, he was considering it, but... I appear to have forgotten whose turn it was. Whoops. It's the Norse team's turn, of course, because that guy got knocked on his... It's nice to see a dwarf get knocked on his face for once. I'm getting bored of seeing Norsemen on the ground. It's like they're trying to show off their crotches. At least with a dwarf, you can't tell where their crotches. They're too fat. Oh, here we go. The Yeti is blitzing. And he gets an attacker down. Oh, no. Oh, that Yeti is the worst luck I have seen. The only player I can argue is unluckier than that Yeti is the bloody vampire that died in the first game, in the first round, in the first turn of the tournament. Oh, that was interesting. But, didn't knock him down. Good to see the dwarves are pulling their punches now. I just don't think they have it in themselves to... Oh dear. That's bad, because now the ball carrier is unmarked. And if they can prevent the rest of these Norsemen from moving, then this guy can just run for it. I hate to say this, but I don't think the Norsemen are going to win this one. I think it's obvious. I think at this point the best they can do is try and minimise any injuries. They haven't taken any injuries yet, which is a blessing. Well, some of them have armour value 7, so it could be really bad. But this could go... I cannot see them stopping this second score, and even if they score again... Oh, going for it? Well, 2+ is not that risky. I think they're fairly safe. All they have to do is mark this guy, and none of the Norsemen can get to him. Another going for it. An attack. Nope, that does nothing. At this point, I'm not sure why he went for the going for it, because he could drop the ball. I mean, technically there's no risk he could pick it up again, but... These dwarves have just been... This is just an example of how dwarves play. Dwarves will hit you. They will hit you till all your people are down. And when all your people are down, the lone dwarf will just run through. 2 Norsemen standing. The next thing is, will Gloin here... Oh! Oh god! This has just been horrible for the Norsemen. The dwarves have just been pounding them. 1 Norseman left standing, and these dwarves are doing their best to make sure that doesn't happen. He can reroll, defend it down. There it is. The entire Norse team is on the ground. Oh no. Are they? They wouldn't. They wouldn't consider fouling. There's no need to. No! Oh! Fouling! The Yeti is out. Not permanently. He's only out for the duration of this game. But the Yeti has just been hit by a mob of dwarves. Even with that one guy ejected as a result of that. What happened there? I think the fighting Fiths have given up. It's another touchdown. But I don't think they wanted to get any of their players up. And Gloin just goes for it. It's another touchdown. There's 1 dwarf locked out of the game now permanently. Bad dwarf. As if the rest of that huge mob wasn't involved. The Yeti is out for the game. Those 2 are still not regaining consciousness. Not that they had much of a chance anyway, even if they did get up. It is. They'll have to be lucky. They might be able to score a touchdown, but their best bet is to try and get star player points here, to try and level up their players. They're not going to win this match, but if they give up, they lose a lot more than if they... they suffered no permanent casualties. Oh, Dwarves. I can tell you what, I am not looking forward to playing them. Having seen this, it's terrifying. The Norsemen will be receiving, and I wish them all the luck in the world. My team being humans, I can't help but feel a sort of kinship to my bulkier, crazier cousins. Well, there is really nothing else to say. We can all see where this is going. If the Norse team can get a good pass off, they can score, but even that won't let them win this. There's no way this is going to take a huge miracle for the Norse team to equalise this, let alone win it. 10 players on the pitch for the Dwarves. 8 players on the pitch for the Norsemen. I'm not sure what he can do here. I think he's trying to set up a heavy one line to try and force all the Dwarves, but the Dwarves have such a two-player advantage, and without the Yeti to balance it out, the Dwarves can just spare their guys. Oh, sorry, 9 players on the pitch for the Norsemen. That's not so bad. I apparently miscounted. The ball will land off field. Cheering fans, give the Undermountain Giants another of their rerolls back. Oh, but the ball kicked off gives it to their runner. Now, here's the thing. That's not going to help. He's marked by that guy. No, that's not. That's going to give you a 1 dice. Don't do it. Should have put him there and blitzed that guy. Well, okay, you can still get the double. He's going to try and use the Dwarves' low movement speed against them here. Oh, yes! Oh, he could... Let's see how far we can get with this. That ball going off field was a huge advantage for him. A movement speed of 7, though. Most of these Dwarves have a movement of 4. But he can't move into a position where he can get away from this blitzer. But he can get far enough away that the other... Oh, he did go for it, of course. He's got nothing to lose. Even that's a tiny risk. Going for it twice is 2-2 plus rolls, so I think we're in an interesting position. I don't think the Dwarves can stop this one. They could try going for it though, so what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With all those rerolls, the Dwarves can catch up. But that's not likely when you're being marked. He needs to mark this guy and this guy so that they can't get out. Because they're not going to dodge out, even with a reroll, having to dodge on a... oh, that was silly. It is always a silly idea to try and dodge into a tackle zone, especially without rerolls, either from the player or from the dice. He's just going to have to hope, and it's going to have to be a big hope, that the Dwarves don't succeed their going for it or dodge rolls, if necessary. If they can't, then he'll get a touchdown, and well, if he gets a touchdown, it's at least points for his team and experience for his player. Is he going to do it? No. Oh, he has to do... on the reroll. Yes. Oh, no. He's going to get a blitz. Defender down. The attack... Oh, knocked out. Oh. Oh, he had a hope. But the Dwarves just shut it down. I was being optimistic, I have to admit, with saying the Dwarves couldn't reach him. Going for it with that many rerolls is not a difficult procedure. So, what options does he have? The Norse player is once again in a position where the number of players he has up is far lower than the Dwarves. This has probably been the biggest reason for his loss, was that always the Dwarves were allowed to get more people down. Of course, being a Dwarf team, it's really hard to stop them doing that. I was expecting a more hitty game, given that the Norsemen had block as well, with equal strength, and the Yeti, that gives them about equal chances against the Dwarves. But that was a 1 dice, and he has no rerolls. That just ended badly. I can't say the Dwarves are going to score again. They just do not have the move, I suspect. Where's their Gloin? Oh, he's up there. Gloin there. Oh, that's how he got so far. Movement 6 as opposed to 4. Gloin here, I do not think can take the ball all the way to the other end. This has been brutal. I am amazed there have been no long-term injuries from this. Oh! Oh! I spoke too soon! We have a death! Oh, there's an apothecary. But it rolls a death again! That player is dead! Oh! And the Dwarfs finally add insult and further injury. Actually, this is more of a case of adding injury to insult. It's just a linesman, but it's a death. And the crowd are attacking the body. Those cruel, cruel people. Oh no! Oh. I guess the Norsemen's luck ran out. Not that they've had any. Not this game. Oh! A dwarf is passing! And a dwarf is catching! This is not something which usually happens with an agility of 2. Because I suppose he's got nothing to lose though. Bastard is going for a 3. Oh, he has thick skull, but he's got no risk to not go for it. This little dwarven bastard of a team has done so much. There was a 3+ pass and a 4+ catch. Here's their last hope. He needs, even if he fails it, he needs to stick to this guy. He needs to stop him. He needs to force him to dodge out. He has to follow. Keep the other dwarfs out so he can't be taken out. He might have stopped a 3rd try hit. This isn't rugby. But yeah, this is good. I don't think they'll get the he will have to take a 4+. Yeah, no, he can make it with a reroll, actually. This is not going to stop them. He can dodge out of a tackle zone. This... Is he going to make it 3? I don't know. One valiant Norseman fighting the horde of dwarfs succumbs to their pure brute strength. Oh, fails it, but passes the reroll, and there it is. I have underestimated this Dwarven team throughout this match. Mainly because I have just forgotten how many rerolls they have. This is just an absolute loss by the Norsemen. This will put the Undermountain Giants at the top of the league with any other teams who win 2 this round. And it's likely we'll see quite a few of the teams who won in round 1 are not playing other teams who won in round 1. Unfortunately for me, I won in round 1, but I'm also playing another team that won in round 1, so that's going to be the match. So it's up to the rest of them, yes, are just playing teams which have lost their first round match, who I'd need to win that to stay. If they keep losing, obviously they're lowering at the bottom. And unfortunately that's going to be the case for the Fighting Fiths as well. They're going to be at the bottom of the table with any other team who's lost second team. This is an unfortunate position to be in. There are 9 matches, however, there's plenty of time to bring it back. And of course quite a few teams have not had too much experience, I wonder. And we shall see. I've just making sure that nothing gets to the try. Touchdown. I'm going to keep calling it. I'm sorry, I'm too British for my own good. But, yeah. He's just keeping his dwarves out of harm's way there, I think. He's not got a turn to fight back. So the Norsemen are just going to pick on these guys, which are just blockers, the most commonly available Dwarven member. This is where the Norsemen are going to try and get their revenge. They've lost one of their own. Their Yeti... That's the unconscious guy. Their Yeti is somewhere. He's hidden behind the wall. I can't see him. But we can appreciate how very down that Yeti is. And how very dead the guy whose corpse is around there somewhere is. He is very dead. Not only is he dead, then the crowd stomped on him. I can't imagine there's much left but a bloody smear. So, this has been a horrible first game to record. It's just been... I'm fairly new to this game, I will admit. I'm not quite so good with the rules yet. But I have to wonder how much more of this I will see. And I can tell you what, any other team who watches this, fear the bloody dwarves. Seriously. They will ruin your day. Oh, and if anyone, and I do mean anyone, feels like helping other teams in the future, you see this bastard? Hurt him. Hurt him. If they get rid of him, the dwarves are in a bit of a problem. They have only one ball handler, but yeah, these guys are terrifying. They're just going to try and get revenge for their fallen. They're going to get 3 dice on this, but these dwarves are heavily armoured. They are not going to go down easily enough. Defender stumbles. Yep, these are just 1 hit. They're not beating the armour value. Now, I'd foul him at this point. Honestly. Not sure why. I'm not sure you get star player points for a immediate pass. But I'd foul a dwarf. I'd get revenge here. The player gets sent off. It's no problem. This is the final turn. I'd hit him. I would be out for revenge. Not sure what he's doing here. Maybe he's going to try and score an own touchdown. Just to try and Oh, he's passing. He's passing in order to gain star player points, obviously. Still would have gone for the foul. It would have been funnier. Kick the dwarf. He kicks that dwarf. What? Its armor goes down by 1, 2, 3. Its armor goes down to beating a 6. You have a good shot at injuring him then. I think he wants to get... Oh, please. Here we go. Yes! Ah, it's just a knockout. Ah. Damn it. Normally it would be a good roll, but... He must be wanting that dwarf team to hurt. He can't foul anymore. What's he going to do now? Maybe pass it one more time. I don't know if he can. And that's it. 3-0 to the Undermountain Giants. There's nothing to say. It was a brutal, brutal match. So, that's the first match of the Blood Bowl League has been done. It's not updated yet, but that is TimH versus Sabre 3-4. That would be 3-0. That was brutal. There is no other word for that. That is... I hope that's been entertaining. And congratulations to Tim. Commiserations to Sam. Good lord. I will see you next match. Not sure what the next match will be. It might be me, and the rest of them will obviously have to tell me. Some players might not want their matches recorded. I don't know. So I shall be speaking to them obviously later. So, hope you enjoyed it.